look at this. We got told it was a male leopard, but I don't think this is. It looks like a female to me. Is that Shadow? The ears aren't tatty enough for Shadow. Oh, we're going to have a look. There we go. She's moving half a Steenbok. So we're called in for a male leopard. This is definitely a female. Sean, if you cut, she is starting to move with the carcass deeper into her teller. I don't know who that is. Well, looks a bit dark to be Shadow for me. Ears just don't look tatty enough. Interesting. Let's try get a better look at her face. I'm going to see where she moves that carcass to. She could be trying to take it up a tree. But that's definitely a female for me. It's not a male. And that very big belly. This is what would generally be considered Shadow's territory, but I don't know, I just didn't think that leopard looked, her ears didn't look tatty enough for me, and she looked a little bit too dark. Maybe it's just because I haven't seen Shadow in so long, but normally I'm pretty decent with those things. I wonder, who do you guys think it is on the brief view we've had so far? Let me know. #Safari Live. Questions at WildEarthTV. Which leopard do you think this is? I don't think it's Shadow. I could be wrong, of course, but she looks too dark, and her ears don't look tatted enough for me to be Shadow. Now, Aaron is wondering, could it possibly be Nchila? Nchila means tail. That tail's way too short, for me at least. But just to let you guys know, sorry, I forgot earlier, that leopard we saw at the distance that we got told was Tundi actually turned out to be Karula, according to Ephraim when he arrived. So it wasn't Tundi. Now, her coloration for me is almost Tundi, but this is far out of Tundi's range. The only way she would normally be here is if she was looking for Tingana to mate, and that would mean she's lost another cub. But let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Let's wait till we get a much better view of her wonderful face. Now, AC says, does she look pregnant? I think she just looks like she's got half a Steenbok in her belly. I'm fascinated to find out which leopard this is. Well, the one thing I'm 100% certain on is it's not a male leopard. Now she's heading down towards some thickets around a little dry riverbed. I'm just going to try and get up ahead of her. Watch out, Bob. So there's a nice open area coming up. I'm just going to try and get there so we can look back on her. Should take us 30 or so seconds. Okay, we might try and get a good shot of her face now. I don't know, does that look like Tundi to you, Brian? She's got that shadow Tundi body type, but it's too dark for shadow for me. And the ears just aren't bedraggled enough. The Stenbock or baby impala, I've been so... I'm going to hide it in there. There she comes. Is that a baby impala? Yes, it's a baby impala, not a Stenbock. You think Tundi? I'm also inclined to lean towards Tundi rather than Shadow, which means if she's this far out of territory and she's possibly lost that last cub and she's back in the estrus. But as I said, we're just guessing. That is not a fact. And, oh, many moons ago, someone lost a game drive blanket in this block. There it is. It's been eaten by all the insects. I think I should have pictures of Tundi here. So once she stops, I will double check. Could you guys remind me what Tundi's spot pattern is, please? And referring to the spot pattern, I can't remember it offhand. But if you do know her spot pattern, let me know, please. Hashtag Safari or questions@WildEarthTV. Okay, well, we're going to try get into a spot where we can see her when she stops. While we do that, let's go see what Byron is up to. So we've managed to catch up with this leopard, and the debate continues. I think I've been trying to look at pictures of both Shadow and Tundi, but I think it might be Shadow. I just don't think I've seen her in so long that she confused me. And also it doesn't help that all my photographs of that I have here of Tundi seem to be of her snarling. But yeah, Shadow is a 3-4 and Tundi's a 3-3. And you have one picture of Tundi not snarling. Now, as you can see, she's right in the base of a little dry riverbed. And they see that's on the right, so that should be a 3. It's such a pity that little jackalberry is in the way. If we go back a little bit, I think we might see her spot pattern. There we go. As you can see the 3. Big first spot. Let's have a look. Where's Shadow? Big first spot. Looks to be sort of the right shape. Let me go back to Tundi now. Oh dear. I think it is Shadow. Shadow, is that you? Scarvia. She's very full. Ooh, we're going to come back just now, but Byron's got an incredible bird to show you.
How beautiful is this? A squawker.
Okay, I'm still indecisive about which leopard this possibly is. I'm leaning a little bit more towards shadow now. Why don't you guys let me know? You've got all those wonderful screenshots, and you can go back and double check. Which leopard is this? Is this Tundi or shadow? I think it's probably shadow. I mean, we are in what would be considered the core of shadow's territory, or in Djuma at least. So why don't you guys let me know, because I'm fresh out of guesses. You, Byron? Brian, too many bees.
I don't know.
You don't know, not sure.
Yeah, I was
Now, hello, Mike, and who says he's a relative newbie and would like to know how we identify spot patterns. Well, Mike, it will be my absolute pleasure to help you out with that. Now, you see there's a line of spots just above her last line of whiskers, and that is, each leopard has a very different one. I'm probably going to use a different leopard to the ones we think this is, just because I think there's a better picture and it'll be easier to discern. Okay, we're getting there. I know, I've got lots of close-ups of leopards now, just finding the right one to show you. There we go. That should do just for these. Oh, no, what have I done? I've pushed a button and there we go, that's the picture we want. So, there we go, Mike. We're talking about this line of spots there. So the last line of spots, so he said the last whiskers. So this is actually quarantine, and on the right he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 spots. And it's like a little fingerprint. Each individual leopard has a slightly different pattern. Let's have a look if we can see another one quickly. Mr. Tingana. So there we go. He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. So each leopard, it's like a little fingerprint, and each individual leopard's got one. From what I can see through here, but we can't really see too well because she is slightly obscured, I think it is shadow. It would make sense. In this area, we do find her, or have found her historically quite a lot in this area. But she's eaten half an impala baby, and now she's having a snooze. I don't think she's going to move too much from here, and I think we'll probably leave her be. I don't think she's going to go back. Where she's put the kill is nearly impossible to get to. We can just make it out from the distance, but Brian's going to show you now. I mean, what's there? It's there. It's under there somewhere in that mass of thickets. Okay, Miss Shadow. I'm pretty sure it's Shadow. Guys, you can confirm with me, but I think we'll leave her here. We're not going to get much more out. I think she's got such a full belly. All she wants to do is snooze. And we're going to go meander about and see what else we can find. So apparently most of you do think it's Shadow. I think I got a little bit excited. I always get excited when I think we found a new leopard. But to catch up with her. I haven't seen Shadow in an absolute age, and Now we're going to leave her here snoozing in the drainage line, and while we do that, James has got a pretty flower to show you.